They are steadfast. Steadfastness includes seeking the forgiveness of Allah on a daily basis, because the Prophet ﷺ was the most steadfast and he sought forgiveness on a daily basis. So if you are steadfast and you say, I believe in Allah, Allah says, تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ. The angels descend to them. The angels come down to them. You know, at the point of death, you either have angels that you will be so scared of based on your deeds, or you either have angels whom you will be smiling at based on your deeds, coupled with the mercy of Allah. What are my deeds? My deeds are things I have done, but I know that they are not 100%. When I fulfill my prayer, all of us, is our concentration ever 100%? The answer is no. So what happens to that shortfall? Allah says, we fill it with our mercy. We know what you did. You're a human. You did your best. You have a worry. You have a concern. Something big just happened early morning, for example. You know your mind is preoccupied with something, but at the same time you are trying to concentrate. Allah says, we know you are ours. We know you have worshipped us. You have worshipped me alone. Allah says, I will forgo that shortfall. I will fill it with the mercy of Allah. And another big blessing is, do you know, primarily your record is taken for the farad. Primarily your record is taken for that which is obligatory unto Allah. He says, there is no deeds you could ever do more loved by me than that which I made compulsory upon you. Those are the most loved deeds. Allah would never make deeds compulsory if He didn't love those deeds. When Allah says 4 raka'at for dhuhr salah, He loves those 4 more than anything else. That's why He made it compulsory. Allah doesn't need this. When He loves something and you want to prove your love for Him, He says, okay, you want to prove your love for me, I tell you, this is the thing I love the most, is the farad. It's a hadith Qudsi, where Allah Almighty says, there is nothing more loved to me than that which I made compulsory upon you. So what are the compulsory things? You and I know which salah is compulsory, what from each salah is compulsory. You also know the charitable deeds, what is compulsory and what is over and above that. You also know the Hajj, for example. You know the fasting, for example, and other things Allah has kept compulsory because He loves them. Now, there will be a shortfall in that which is compulsory because of concentration, because maybe here or there I may have slipped up. Do you know what the mercy of Allah dictates? He says, go ahead and prove your love to me, going beyond that which is compulsory. Go into that which is voluntary in terms of sunnah or nafil. Go into it, dive into it and continue, because on the day of judgment, when there is a shortfall in that which is compulsory, I will compensate it by looking at that which was voluntary, which you did. For example, 5 daily prayers. There was a little bit of a shortfall in a little bit of some of what you did. For example, Allah says, does he have any sunnah deeds? Does he have any nafil deeds? If the answer is yes, well, compensate for the farad, and then you find a complete farad. But for you, you knew it was not that complete. But Allah says, no, we looked at the extra you did and we filled it for you. Subhanallah.